How can you tell in spoken English when a sentence is a question? If your first thought was, well, that's easy, there's a rising intonation at the end of the sentence, restart the video because it's more complicated and nuanced than you're probably expecting. Written language is easy because you just put a question mark. But as I mentioned in a previous video, often written language and spoken language are barely related. And there's no unambiguous one-to-one mapping between question marks in writing and any spoken feature. Instead, English employs a variety of strategies, including the rising intonation. However, that rising intonation is mostly used for yes-no questions. Have you ever noticed that? Other strategies include the use of question words. Who, what, when, where, why, which, how. Although a question word does not a question make, which is something that somebody who hears this sentence should be able to tell when they notice what words I'm saying and how. Another strategy is subject auxiliary inversion, which is the difference between did you and you did. But none of these strategies are strictly necessary. I can imagine a particularly terse server looking at me and saying, "Your order?" So really, the way that we tell what is or isn't a question is we listen to it, and then we decide if it's requesting information. While many of these question-making strategies do exist in other languages, they are far from universal. The rising intonation, for example, would trivially not work in a tonal language like Mandarin, where that rising tone is one of the 4 basic tones that they use to distinguish between meanings of words. Instead, they use a question particle ma, which, bonus fact, uses the 5th secret neutral tone.